Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
The 9-foot shot. Here's Lawrence. Connects again.
What a performance. I mean, who does this? This is rarefied company.
This 60-point game has him closing in on 5th place in that category for a single season.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Christie against Christie. To the middle. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Here's Christie driving the lane. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. LA ball. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Jalen Green subbed in for Christie. Poole, the pass to Leonard. The rebound by Lawrence.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And that one's good by Clark.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Green bounce pass. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. From deep, Antetokounmpo. The great grabs the miss. The Lakers on offense. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Here's Christie. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Poole, the pass to Green. Left side, Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Clark. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pass to Iwoma. To the paint. Here's Smart. No good on that one. Good defense by Poole. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Green, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
The Lakers making a switch here. Reeves is checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Green.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Banked in off the glass. 65 points for the great.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Pass to Poole. driving inside. Excellent D there from Lawrence. Here's Iwoma, guarded by Jackson. He gets that one.
Loved the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Poole. A three ball. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Lawrence. Green with the rebound.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Now here's Jackson. For the three. The rebound by Lawrence. Down low, here's Clark. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Clark's got 6 in the quarter.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Back to Poole. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's Christie. And another assist for him.
And this man keeps dropping time. Time for the 4th most ever in an NBA game.
The vision and the passing from him. Just unreal, guys. Lawrence passes to Reeves. Here's the great, guarded by Poole. Pass to the great. Here's Christie. To the middle. Here's Lawrence. Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Now here's Jackson. Back to Giannis. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
The Lakers making a switch here. Here's Lawrence. Good, that's another bucket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Poole. The great grabs the miss. Here he goes. Again, what an avalanche.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against the Clippers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the great.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Lays it up and banks it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel always on the launch pad.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Good game, MP. We'd watch basketball for another 30 years, and I see that again.